Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm King Posh and today we're looking at my master all-wheel drive drift tune for this 2018 Lotus Exige Cup 430. I have multiple tunes for this car and I'll briefly show them. But either way, this is the share code. You got it? Great. And you're going to be easy to find me. I just have any drift, best for handling. Press search. I should be the first one that pops up on an S1900, meaning you can take it in open drift lobbies. I see my other one here, and that's KP Extreme Drift, and then that A class down at the end there, that's also mine. This KP Extreme Drift, I will go over the rear-wheel drive videos later. I'm doing all the all-wheel drives for now, and then all the rear-wheel drives will come out. So like the Lamborghinis, they all have rear-wheel drive tunes on them. I'll show those later once I show all the all-wheel drives. But either way, this one's got 1,215 horsepower. It's a rear-wheel drive. It's KP Extreme Drift. It's really not that extreme. It's just a name. It's just a file name. It really is easy to drift. It's a lot of fun. And then I have this one right here. It's KP Easy rear-wheel drive drift as well, and it has a stock motor and has 442 horsepower. It's very, very easy to drift. If you're new to rear-wheel drive drifting, it's probably what would work for you. But I just figured, hey, can I make this an A class? Of course I can, and it was an absolute blast doing that. But, if you're going to go online and everything, you probably want to use the KP Extreme Drift. It really isn't that extreme. Just letting you know. It's just a name. Either way, we're going to the Master All-Wheel Drive Drift, so let's get into this. Got 955 horsepower. The max I could really push out of it. But yeah, so let's get into it and show you everything. So I've got a 5.2 liter V10 giving you all that power. All-wheel drive drivetrain swap with a twin turbo. Alright, nothing here. Alright, if you did anything else, it would take you up to an S2 class. It does look nice. It is a nice little upgrade there. It really makes it look like it's kind of smiling. This one really looks like it's very happy. Alright, and so does this. But anyways, it would take me up to an S2, and I didn't want to do that. I did put this Lotus Race rear wing on there. It looks really sick on there. I really like the design on there. You do have these other options as well. If you went with the stock one, which is still adjustable, it would take me up to an S2 class. And then there's also the Forza Race wing. But yeah, I like this one the most. Alright, we got a snow tire compound on this thing. Stock width, as you can tell, I have looked at other things. I was really trying to build this thing. So stock width on there. It does have a heavier rim on there, just so I could add as much power as possible. I usually like to run the Wed Sport TC105Ns. That would save 44 pounds, but they would take me up to S2, and I would have to detune the car. Either way, moving on. It's got 17-inch rims. You could put 18s on here to match probably the rear. I think they have 18s. We'll find out. I think we can. And keep it S1, but let's save some weight and drop it down. No, I can't really see the rear tires, so there's that. We do have max track width in the front and the rear. Okay. Let's go up here. Alright, we got a 9-speed transmission. You could go with a 10-speed, but I figured, hey, I'm just going to give you guys a 9-speed. If I could have went with the 8-speed as well, but I figured 9-speed just to handle all this power, keep everything really close together. It does have a stock driveline. If I tried to save it, it would take me up to an S2 class. Drift differential is also on there as well. Stock brakes, be careful with this. Thing's got some power. Alright, drift springs and dampeners. Alright, stock, no roll cage. And stock weight reduction. As you can tell, it would take me up to an S2. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows it would take you up to an S2. Alright, so anyways, let's go through this slow. We got race intake, race fuel system, race ignition. Displacement is stock. Alright, race valves, race exhaust. We just have a street twin turbo, so just single. Anything higher, would take me up to an S2, so I couldn't do it. Alright, and it has a race intercooler, so yeah. and then a race flywheel. Give me the 955 horsepower, and I think it's plenty. I think it is. I think it works out. All right, let's go look at this tune and show you guys what I did to this. Thing's got a nice top speed of 224.5 miles per hour. 55 to maximize that slide. All right, hold on. I got to look at my computer screen here for a second. There we go. Fixed it. Here is the gearing. As you can tell, it goes all the way up there. So you can go super duper fast with this thing. Yeah, you'll find the gears that you like to work with this thing. This thing's got a semi-straight drift build on there. That's what the 3.6 means, semi-straight. So it is a quite easy car to drift and control. Anti-roll bars, I decided to go with 3250 and 3250, just like the other car I just did a video on. I think it was the Lamborghini. Either way, and it works. Springs are 955.3, 936.0. I did bring up the ride height to match the front because I thought it was really low to the, the nose was really up in the air. So, I decided to match that. Dampening became 21, 20, and 20. Okay, got it. Great, let's move on. All right, there is downforce on the, all of them were. So I just took that dot, took it all the way down to speed, and called it good. No brakes to worry about. Like I said, be careful with her. Differential 76, 86, 97, 97, and 96% of the power is going to the rear wheels. Really get this thing really kicking sideways by doing it that way. I felt like it was too tame going anything less, so I decided to go more to the rear on this thing. And when I did that, I was like, I gotta make rear-wheel drive car tunes for this car because I love it, and I did. So I made the Extreme and I made the KP Easy, and yeah, they're wonderful. But yeah, so let's take her outside. Let's have some fun. Like I said, the rear-wheel drive videos will come out later. I will do them all in a row. Right now, it is just the all-wheel drives for now. All right, thing does slide. It is absolutely beautiful. Yep. And yeah, I love this thing that I made multiple tunes. Sometimes I do that. And it's usually, when it comes to the multiple tunes, I usually stick to what can I do with the rear wheel drive? It's going to make it the most powerful. What low class can I run? Those kinds of things. But all wheel drive, it's either A or S1. I couldn't make it a class all-wheel drive. It would go up to S. It was kind of annoying when it's S806, and it's like, well, I'm not gonna mess with it because it just wouldn't have the power. It might, but it was a struggle. I'm not even paying attention to what scores I'm getting. I'm just talking. Well, there's a 42-1 right there. Easy to control. I mean, it's absolutely a beast. The V10 is phenomenal. I'm glad they were able to put a V10 in here. Drop it down a gear, just so we don't lag too much. I know we got turbos on here. And we got 12.5 pounds of boost, somewhere around there. I saw 12.5. Yeah, that's 12.5 pounds of boost. Yeah. It's super fun. I do love this car. It drifts wonderfully. And I was the first person to have a tune for drifting on this car. I was quite surprised. I shared two of them, and I went back there. I like to go into the, view, how many people have tunes out there, and I'm the only one up there. I'm like, that's right. That's right. I love it. Yeah. This thing is an absolute beast. So if you love the Lotus as much as I do, I think you're going to enjoy this car. Well, there's one of those 9 billion fake dollars. Either way, it is what it is. Gorgeous car all the way around. I love it. I hope you love it too. If you do, definitely hit the like button. That is, if you like my tune, that is, of course. It's an absolute gorgeous car all the way through. I've always wanted a Lotus Elise, at least in my garage. And now they just went up in price. They're extremely expensive now. I mean, they're not extremely expensive, but still a little out of what I would pay for a car. Now I'm 6'3", and getting into one of these things is a pain in the butt. But once I'm in it, I am super comfortable. You know, it is very comfortable for 6 foot plus people. It's just a pain to get in and out of, you know. But other than that, you know, it's a fun car to drive. Yeah, very, very, very fun little car. I mean, it's a go kart. It's a go kart. It's a street legal go kart, basically. What I would think of it. You know, it's super fun to grip the road, and take down twisty and turns and everything. And when you see those signs on the side of the road that has a little S turn, is like, oh, you got twisty roads coming up the head, and you're like, yes, you know, that's the feeling with these cars. I love Lotus. Always been a fan. I can't wait to see what else they come up with next. Anyways, enough of me jibber jabbering. I know you guys want to go and get this thing sideways, so go have fun. And I'll catch you guys next time. Stay sideways, my friends, always and forever.